with my phone because Instagram finally done did it. You know what they did? They removed the feature of live stream access to everyone, and it became only for people with 1,000 followers. Yes, I am not popular. So here I am. Out of sheer spite and bitterness, I came here. I mean that with love, I guess, if that is a weird, that is such a weird concoction of feeling to come here. But I needed to test this anyway. I am overdue on seeing whether or not my phone can withstand YouTube live streams. And while I do that, I can I have a little guest. I have to see whether or not I can also try this feature in case for whatever reason I'm out of the house. But this is indoors right now. I'm not going to go out. Though I am going to go out in a bit for errands and little family things. And behold, Krusty, I'm actually going to paint over this. It seems a bit plain for me. I wish it was a little bit more interesting. So I have to paint over it with white paint, get on with it, and hopefully I don't have any problems. So far, it looks quite nice. And I like that I can maneuver this a lot more than my other camera, which is on that adjustable little tripod thingy. And I can't go up close and personal with the original camera I have. Oh my gosh, why are all my brushes like stiff as hell? I'm trying to pick okay, and it's like, nah, let's give you a hard time. You already lost your live stream feature on you on Insta. Let's give you a hard time this Friday. No, no. Goodbye, Krusty. I'll see you again later. Just because I do this, it doesn't mean that I will never draw this character again. It might just have a resurgence later on. Either it could be in a different project, it could be on a different card idea. It doesn't mean he or failed cards will the subject will be totally removed unless I really don't like what I did. But I will also try to do this feature. Yeah, I've been meaning to do this. I know people can do live streams on their phone. Just I was worried about my um the quality because I don't have the best of luck with the finest quality of qualities with recording, or my my stuff is crap. I can't buy more expensive. Like what in this economy? I hate when they say you have to have the best of the best products in order for you to have better quality. Yeah, I can, but I'm like I'm just some person who stays at home and paints when I have free time. If I have free time. And thank you for showing up. If you do, I did send a notification on Insta showing that yeah they never said exactly when they would remove that feature for live streams for everyone until I just found out today. I was like, oh, I didn't do it yesterday. I think I can go today before I go out to elsewhere, and it's not there anymore. It's like you need 1,000 subscribers to get this feature. It's like, oh, thanks, something I will never attain even in my 80s because I don't pay for subscribers. Okay, I'm not saying those who are successful do pay that, but you do have that option, as I saw online. Bless you, Mr. Sir. Bless you. If you're gonna keep sneezing, blow your nose, please. Please. Don't just sit there expecting it to magically go away, okay? Go get the tissue. Why is youth wasted on the young? I like to know. My gosh. I may look not my age, but I can feel my age. I cannot emphasize that enough. It sounds like a running gag, but when you hit that age, you don't look it. That sounds good, but then when your body reminds you one way or another, mm. Like there was one well, I cook, so one of the things I tend to do is chop vegetables, and I have a twinge on my wrist when I cut down on certain vegetables, and it hurts and I hate it. And so I have to cut in another way. I even resorted to using my left hand, which I rarely ever do, just to give my poor right hand some level of reprieve. if I'm not careful, the twinge can come back. And like, oh, you can take medicine. Like, dude, you can't be taking medicine. I know people who had medicine a lot, and it did not end well for them. Let's just say. So I try not to rely on and just give my, because I do know I am right hand dominant, and I do use my right side a lot more. So it could also be a way of reminding me you should not use your right hand as much. But how? It's my good hand. Sometimes life can be stupid that way. Anyway, what else? I think I mentioned off and on online that every so often when I do think there are times where like you have those what is this life or why bother with things sometimes. I don't think I'm depressed. I still find joy in things even if I'm not in the best of moods, but like just give me some time. I'll get back to it. I can have the ability to feel. But at the same time, you can't help but wonder, especially with the news everywhere, the media telling us everything is bad, awful, and horrible, and this and that. And like, what's the point of me having it as good as I do have? At the same time, though, I do hear from other people every so often, not a lot, but very few, admitting that they have similar feelings. And while we do vent, and I try to be supportive, but I also have like, hey man, I feel that too. Hey girl, I feel that too. I totally get how it is. And even but you also have to reflect on how far you've come with what you've been doing and what you've accomplished, what you've been doing right versus um focusing on the negative because it's so easy. I am a negative person at heart. Like I was just talking to someone recently like I was asking like are there any pet peeves that you have? Like sometimes you just want a review, a crash course on what people like and don't like cuz as you get older you're going to forget, fun fact. They mentioned I don't like negative people. I was like, "Oh shoot." I got to go take that left turn elsewhere then. But I'm like, I kid. What I mean was like a lot of the time when I was younger, I was quite negative, but I didn't really have a legit reason why I was negative. I just had this feeling like life sucks, and yet I don't know why. And that was already in my what is it like since around age 12, 13 into my 20s. I did not understand why I had this feeling of why does everything suck so hard? And it's not the sexy kind, okay? What I mean is like I didn't really understand why I did not like how society was. But as I got old, like fast forward to now, there's a lot of reasons why things suck. And if anything, we had it good back then that I was talking about. And with now, especially when you have more understanding, yes, it's gotten so bad that I have to do remix of words. It fucking sucks. Like, have you seen the politicians nowadays and how people don't like to read and food prices going up, the concept of tipping culture here in the US. I hate it too. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want people spitting in my food when I say no when I come back, if I come back. I mean, you can choose not to pay the tip. Just don't go there anymore. I think because if they remember you, you leave, you have a memorable face or demeanor, and they see, oh, that's that person who did not tip, or they'll even like write your name down if they take your card. I don't want to eat though no more. Like do something, put some doo doo in your burger, or God knows. I don't know. That's what freaks me out. That's why I'm like, fine, I'll pay the damn tip. There's too many videos online of people smearing literal crap from just the delivery services alone, shrieking on hell and high water about not getting a suitable tip. They got a tip, but a cheap tip, like $2. And they'll throw a hissy fit at your doorstep. They'll take your food and drink. Literally, what happened to me was when we had the order and my husband gave a cheap tip. They put the food right outside near the neighbor, but not in front of our doorstep. We have two addresses because there's a mess up someone that helped fix the house did. And you can see our address clear as day, but they intentionally don't put it there because the tip was not high enough. So they put it near the garage door instead of the front door, and I have to go up the stairs with the front door. So I have to go downstairs, go to the garage door, and I see this mother effer just staring at me while I get the food from the garage door. That's how petty ass they are, you know? So I we stopped doing Uber after that. Like, my God, they are some petty mother effers out there because they didn't receive an extra $3. Like, I don't know, but they want more. They want like $18 tip, $20 tip. I'm like, you gotta earn it, man. Where's the song and dance? Or like what is? I mean, yeah, they drove there, but my God, they're getting greedy as hell. It's insane. And so when people who come here, they don't understand this whole tipping culture, and they don't have the incentive to want to do so. The opportunity arrives, they don't pay for it. Oh my God, people here get so mad. Like, it's not their culture to give tip, and yet, what? I feel for those people who don't have tip. I'm not gonna be like, why don't you pay tip? I'm not that so far up in the box of the U.S. bubble that I have to, like, yeah, tipping is like, no, no, I don't like them. If it's within reason, like they go above and beyond, all right then, and the service was good and prompt, okay then. But with this really entitled attitude, and you're like, I would just be like getting any tip at all. But if they're being jerks, well, it depends on the circumstances. If they're jerks and give you a really tiny tip, yeah, yeah, I don't know. See, I haven't done the food industry. I really don't want to, but same time, ugh, that's some messy ass stuff going down. So yeah. Anyway, here I have Wario trying to emulate the Tanuki outfit, more or less. They had a really weird one that I thought was kind of creepy, but I settled for this one. This one's kind of cute. And if you're wondering why I like Wario, I didn't really play him, but he has a big ass and I thought it was funny. That was my main reason. And I'm also not sure if the mic on my phone will make me louder. I do I did develop a slightly louder voice than my usual demeanor because I lived in China and they talk loud where I lived. If you don't talk loud enough, you will not be heard. So I lived there for over 3 years, and I've been kind of conditioned to be louder. Not to mention my family is ridiculously loud, and if they don't hear me, I'm gonna hear crap about it later. Like, why didn't you tell me? It's like, I told you. It's like, you have to be loud. Like, are you kidding me? So yeah, I have to raise my voice a few octaves up. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable, but it does get my foot in the door. And it's surprising because you didn't think much of me. I'm a laid out there. People don't really give a shit about me at first front. I don't stand out. I try not to stand out because sometimes when you stand out, people think you have money, usually. And then they're like, oh, can you help me out in this? No. But then I also sometimes look dumb and people tend to write me off like I know, okay, people have that what the fuck face, but that can also be who is this dumb person? She seems kind of like she's not all in there. Yeah, I would get those kinds of looks. I don't know about daily basis, but when I see you and I know that look. I'm more than old enough to know that look. So, but sometimes you can use that to your advantage. Pretend you're dumb. That's what people in retail do to not get as much work, but pay equally as those who work harder. See what I did there? Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, that's what they mean. One aspect anyway. But that doesn't mean you don't always be lazy. Like, at least, try to make it seem have less effort, but at the same time you get your job done. I knew this throughout my times working with other people. Like, the people who worked a lot, they just get more work. I was amongst that, so I know how that is. But people who are super lazy and act kind of dumb, they were the surprisingly smart ones. Like, oh, I can't do this. It's too much for me. I don't know how to do this. And like, oh, let's just get another person. Hey, you over there that's working hard. Usually me. Can you help this person out with the clothes and putting them back? I'm like, oh, and you can't say no. Little lazy dork. Let them do it. No, no. You have to, like, okay, fine. So I would get that's what they did. You pretend you're slow and dumb, and you get people to help you. Mm-hmm. 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 Anyway, yeah. I don't know how far and extensive that method takes you, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was in like really highly established work places of work. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, this shit again. This never left high school. And you would think, oh, after high school, there's no pettiness, no bitterness, no backstabbings, no talking smack. Oh my God, that never goes away. You would think, oh, we'd be more mature by adult mature age. No, it never goes away. Oh my God, they would clown on you even if you don't even sound like them. I had that in retail because I did not speak Tagalog. I mention this often, not but not always. But yeah, they'll like look at you weird. I literally seen girls turn their nose up like, away from me because I didn't speak like them, even though I look like them. I don't sound like them. Yeah, they get stupid like, but not all Filipinos are like that. There were some chill ass cool women out there. They're hella funny, and we would rant about the customers right in front of the customers, and it was. I remember that was quite fun. So don't write off all Filipinos like that. All Asians are like that. All what races like that because you had a bad experience with like two, three, five of them. They do not represent encompass all of that group. Okay, I don't know why it's 2025. People still keep doing that crap. Like you got a bad experience from like two or three people of another race or another ethnicity and they talk smack and then oh yeah I know people like that, they're all like that. Don't, come on. Grow up, but not too fast. Anyway, sorry it turned to like a micro rant while I'm painting Wario, but I just feel like nowadays the media kind of makes us a bit kooky, a bit judgmental, and by a bit I mean a lot. But you always have to pull the reins and like, hey, what's going on? What's really going on here? And we just try to navigate life without being too much of a smelly butt. But we cannot guarantee, especially when we are glued to the internet a lot. But thankfully, with my hobbies, it's more like background noise. I do the elusive doom scrolling. Not really elusive, I do it. But at least with my hobbies, I'm not as fully engrossed in social media. Even if I use it, it's more like a tool for me to put my work out there as a hobby, not a career, because I'm tired. And so it's, I think one of the things people need to do with lessening internet is to pick hobbies where they cannot focus too much on internet. Like you can use it like music, background noise, like some podcast, whatever. That's fine. But if you have almost no hobbies, like it involves a screen, I think you need to reevaluate how to lessen your screen time because I think that is like we cannot entirely remove internet screen time whatever. It's here to stay whether we like it or not. But you do have the control and will to lessen it. I know you can. I'm living proof of that. I can be like screw these paintings. I'll just freaking go on Pinterest and doom doom whatever, just look at stuff and not have to draw. But I can't do that because drawing's the only thing I'm good at, and I take joy from doing art. So it's not like internet. My art is here to stay. But with people who like I don't know. I'm pretty sure almost anyone can draw. I've seen people with disabilities draw. I've seen elephants, dogs, and raccoons draw and paint, and they have more views than me. That's hell messed up, but here we are. These are the days, people. These are the days where an elephant and a dog can paint portraits of landscapes of people. I think a dog painted Jesus or something at one point. I was like, what? And I'm like, and they're more popular than me. I'm like, man, that's messed up. I'm like, oh my god, these are the times. But it still could be so much worse. I mean, how many dystopian world movies can we see to prove that things could be much worse? So we still got it pretty good. But at the same time, oh boy, it'd be nice it could be a lot better and everything wasn't expensive and dumb, you know? Like it's nice to not struggle over dumb shit. Okay, anyway, what else can I talk about? What am I gonna do today? I'm gonna go to another county to do errands and take my kid to play around because we've been cooped up. The weather here has been caca, off and on. Okay, no, it's more on that it's considered one of the coldest summers we have here. and I hate this weather. I know I've talked to people, even my husband's like, "How can you not like this weather? It's nice and cool. I hate hot weather." I'm like, "Shut up. I want hot weather here. Hot and still prefer hot weather." I'm insane. I know, okay? I know I don't live in hot weather all my life, so I would hate it too. I understand, but at the same time, because there's no almost no hot weather here except maybe 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to like hot weather. I don't like rolling up in a ball of layers and looking like a literal ball with legs and just like, oh, I gotta do things. I hate that. I hate it. I already did that. I did live with in a environment with snow before. I'm like, y'all can have it. I don't want it. You can have it. Especially when sleet is around and you will slip. I slipped too. Thankfully no one recorded it except maybe the CCTV cameras in China, but that's a long time ago, I think. All right, what else can I paint on here? I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying when he flies. Ah! Okay, sorry. I just needed to fill up that area that I messed up on. What time is it? Oh, it's noontime. Yeah, we ate a little early, so we will just, after I do this live stream, I will go to do the errands and have my kid play around a bit. My God, that's so annoying. Oh, did I mention I didn't go there, but I did pass by that recently opened Nintendo store in Union Square. There were still lines, but it was like last, last Monday? It might have been last Monday. I kind of forgot. A few days ago, let's just say. A few days ago, I passed by the Nintendo store, and there's still a thick, long line. And I was already thinking, oh, maybe they stopped doing that stupid line and reservation thing. I don't think maybe they stopped the reservation. I didn't pay attention, but the line is still there. I don't like lines. I don't know why we have to be in lines all the damn. Like, we can't just go in and just look at stuff and get out like normal. Like, no, they have to treat it like a luxury goods store. And that really, I hate that experience. I don't like going to places for this. Like, I need the luxurious experience. Like, shut up. I just want to get in and get out. I don't want to be in line with some like 50 so schmucks talking about whatever. I know. I'm not going to talk bad about them because they enjoy the things, they like the things. But me, I just want to get in and get out. So some of my husband's mannerisms have kind of permeated into my mannerisms. I certain things like for the sake of let's see how it is and then if I don't like it, let's go. I have that now. But if it's something I'm like, "Oh, what's this? What's that? What's this and that?" Then I want to take my time. But with the Nintendo store, it's just okay. I'm not too big with Nintendo. I'll like a few characters here and there, and then that's it. I try not to invest too much. I already have enough obsessions. I don't need another five. I already developed. I think the most recent obsession I had was Hawaiian dresses because they're so colorful and so pretty. I don't see that here. We always have butt ugly mustard. I hate mustard. I don't even like eating mustard. Why do they keep giving us mustard? Colors, diarrhea browns, like ugly eggplant and purple. I'm like, oh my god, why? And like this really orangey red. I don't like these colors. They keep picking. They keep saying they're trendy, but it just looks like something you see in someone's underwear. Why did I say that? Oh my god, sorry. That was a very brief peak of my dad's humor. That's the kind of stuff I this is why I don't really open up too much because some of my humor falls out and it ain't cute. And if you're still here, thank you so much for sticking around. But like the colors look like dirty ass things you see in someone's underwear. Like, why can't we have cute colors? If you have purple in your underwear, oh, okay, you need to go to the ER. I think I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe it was an undigested grape peel. I don't know, but holy crap, man. I don't like these colors they make for older women. It's so depressing. It's like, why are they so ugly? Can we have nice colors too? Like, why do the little girls get to have cute colors? So it's hard for me to find pretty colors for myself. Like, I want to enjoy nice colors too. Why do we have to, like, as we age, the colors get uglier and dirtier and neutral? Like, who decided that? That's so stupid. So when I went to Hawaii and I saw these pretty dresses, no matter what age, size, and shape, I was like, yes, gimme, 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 gimme. So that was my start of collecting Hawaiian dresses. Um, but I can't always wear them here because it's colder here than in Hawaii. But hey, man, if there is that very brief summer here, I will be wearing that stuff like no tomorrow. I guarantee it. 23. Anyway, I need to let this settle a bit. I don't know what kind of brown. Oh shoot! It might be like Daria's. It might be. Um, shoot! I don't have the reference on me right now, so I gotta let it dry. Okay, donuts. I'm going to do this and mix it with some white, I think. Would that be suitable? Oh, it's been 25 minutes already? Okay. Like I mentioned, I will not be here as long. Um, I will probably, after this, I will probably take some kind of rest and then do the things out of the house. So I can take care of some things. I was told to buy another bag of sugar. I'm like, we don't need that much sugar. Like, yes, you do. I was like, okay, fine, okay. I'll get the sugar. Calm down. Maybe you need less sugar. Fix your mood a bit. But they insisted, like, okay, fine. I might as well look for paint because that's what I do now. I need to stop hoarding paint, but I actually use it. But I also have some other paints I haven't used yet. But there are also colors. I'm like, I don't have that one yet. I need to stop doing that. So stupid. I also want to try painting on fabric. I'm a little nervous about that because with fabric, I'm not sure about the surface. Like I bought a bag, a canvas bag that was kind of cute, but it the surface of the pocket kind of buckled. So it might distort the image and I'm a little hesitant about using it, so I might look around for more things. There are always t-shirts, there are always oh right, I got shoes. I bought a pair of white shoes to try, but I don't know what to paint on it yet. And the other thing is, would I like to use them in an open setting? And most likely, I'm veering towards no, because once I paint things, I don't want it to leave the house. I don't want people looking and touching it. But at the same time, I would like to. Oh, I need to look for painter's tape. That's what I need. The washi tape has some kind of sticky runoff I don't like if you leave it on too long, so I have to look for painter's tape. Hopefully, I can find it. If not in the arts and crafts section at Target, I can check the hardware section or just go to a hardware place. Yeah. Also, you can go to hardware places to get cheaper art supplies there. They may not be suited for arts, but it's quite similar. Just bear in mind if they have chemicals, maybe don't do too much. But just bear that in mind. They have a lot more affordable things than the freaking art stores, even with discount. Okay. Yeah. So right now my jet lag is improving, but the other thing is the women's thing is decreasing. Tomorrow's the last day. Woo! Okay, fun. And I have to go fishing again. Yeah, I have to go fishing again. Once the husband wants to get into something, I try to be supportive, but I also don't like some of the things he likes. It's okay to do that. You don't have to force people, but I'm like, I'm bending over backwards for your hobbies. What are you going to do for me? Okay. So I'm that kind of person where originally I will not say things like for on my behalf, like, can you do things for me? Originally, I just go with the flow of things and whatever you want to do, I don't mind doing as long as you're happy. But over time, I noticed they don't do things for me in return out of I don't know about goodness of their heart, but because they want to or they want to see me happy, I guess. So I have to ask people, like, do this for me. But then I hear excuses sometimes, or they're just not there, or it just feels like they want things from me. And, like, okay, sure, I don't mind. But then when it comes, like, when you start, hey, what do I get? Then I get the, oh, what's that? What? So you can't just give things for the goodness of your heart. I'm like, no, because people take advantage of that, right? So I don't mind one or two times I give things away for free, but then if it's a consistent thing where I keep giving, giving, giving. I do what I can. I stick around for your hobbies and stuff. And then I'm like taking a record in my head as to like, okay, what has this person done for me that is similar with my hobbies? Like, I don't like your hobbies, but I will still participate. Have you done anything similar for me? And if 99% of that is no, I'm like, okay, there's a discrepancy. I need to talk to you. So, yeah, it's okay to ask about such things. You cannot assume and hope and wish that, oh, they will think about me sometime. You're going to be waiting for the rest of your life if you don't open your mouth, okay? But of course, don't be mean about it. You can be a little bit stressed about it. I understand. But use your words and use them carefully. Use them, be nice to them. But the other thing is, if this person just does not cooperate, you may have to put your foot down and get kind of mad about it. And I don't like, let's talk like adults. Like sometimes you do and they still don't adult in return. I don't like that kind of talk, especially when they bounce that they throw that in your face after you did come to tell them many times. Hey, can you do things for me too? I'm always doing things for you. It'd be nice if you do things for me. And if they give some half-ass thing or they say, okay, yeah, sure, and they don't do it and it's a repeated offense, you got to be kind of mean. That's why my voice is the way it is. Like I have to stand up for myself. Like, hey, this is stupid. What are you doing? Why am I doing all this and you're not doing shit? you know. So yeah, I learned that for you to get things done, you either have to take care of it yourself or ask for help. And if you're raised in a family where asking for help is a sign of weakness, I understand. I've done that before. And now they kind of give you the side eye, like, oh, you can't do this yourself. Like, yes, that's why I'm asking you. But then they kind of like, but it depends. Sometimes it depends on the situation. I do have those feelings like, oh, like, why didn't you tell me earlier? I could have helped you earlier. And then they're like, well, I just didn't want to bother. Well, now your bill is late, you know? And it's a repeat offense. That's like a few times, fine. But then if they just keep like putting it off, putting it off, putting it off, and then they tell you to help, and you're like, what? I can understand your frustrations. This, asking last minute help. It really, and you try to be kind, but then when they keep doing it, it's super annoying. Like, why just tell me? Okay, I'm like, I'm around. Come on. And then they give you attitude later. Oh my god, don't get me started on that. I'll try not to. Anyway, yeah, sorry I have like these random talks about things that I put up with, but that's all I can do. I don't know. I don't like talking about art all the time. Maybe that's considered taboo amongst the art community, but I don't know because I don't really hang around the art community since the actually someone, I think the same person tried to add me again, but this time I don't know. I think I was just dealing with jet lag and not feeling well, so I kind of just left. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be in there half-assed and pretending that I'm caring about art when I kind of don't at that in that current mindset. I didn't want to be that sort of person. I'm just sparing everyone and myself the unnecessary whatever's going on in my head when I'm tired and dealing with things and uncomfortable. But yeah, I think once I'm ready and if I do actively seek out a community that looks interesting and helps me improve as an artist slash hobbyist, then I would for sure join. But for now, um, I just want to hang around here and just do my own thing and do it as time permits because I don't have enough time to do all the things. Like it looks like I do a lot of art stuff, but actually I have to do them fast. I have to do them a select certain type of art that I can put down in case someone asks for help. Someone has me. I have to make something for them. I have to fix something for them. I have to. And I think a lot of people don't want to compromise like that, to be wired like that, but I'm kind of stuck like that right now. I've technically have been like this since I was 12 years old. Fun fact, because I've been babysitting my nieces and nephews since I was about 11, 12 years old, give or take. So I had to multitask, I had to compromise, I had to do a whole bunch of things and somehow come back to my art stuff because I guess that's most at the time the only joy I have. Right now I have a few other joys, thankfully, so it's not like I have to do art. I have to do art, but at the same time, I cannot really let this go because I really think this is the only thing I'm good at. Okay, so I have some donuts. Should I? Ugh.
Break down.
Huh? What do you want, Mr. Sir?
Oh, um,
Did you finish your strawberries?
yeah.
I see a piece, some trash on the bed. Throw it out, please, okay?
Oh, it's the French bread. I found this. And my monkey was treated by the bad monkey in Dendong Zoo.
Yeah, let's not bring that up too much. That's out of our control. They do have a petting zoo in Dandong, but I
A
think if
monk,
I show those conditions, people will throw a hissy fit. But hey, I'm not from there. That's their thing. I don't pay their money. They
and I
just
threw
do
a
what they
temper
do.
tantrum to ride the bull train.
A little bit, but your temper tantrums versus what I've seen online, you're pretty good, little boy. Okay, like he may have pockets of mischievous.
And just accepting that just riding the red color train instead.
I know.
And I acted like a complete maniac and just ride the D train.
The D train. Nah, you're fine. Compared to what the other kids I've seen, you're pretty good. But don't get too cocky. All right. I'll remind you when you're getting a little bit out of hand, because sometimes now he tries to make fun of me,
For showing
and then
the
I'll
belly
make fun of
button
him
cheese.
back, like ha ha hee hee. Okay, we're making fun, but then he will keep at it, and sometimes it gets into okay, that's a bit much. Let's stop now. Do you want me to call you these things? And he's like, no. I'm like, well, there you
Then
go.
then I showed you the belly button cheese.
And he's shown me the things that I did not want to be seen or introduced to, called
Belly button
what,
cheese.
belly button cheese. I don't want to see that. Wait, let me check if my notification, okay, it's on vibrate.
It's just so funny.
Um yeah, I don't want to look at belly button cheese, Mr. Sir. And he likes it when I'm uncomfortable, so he keeps showing me, and there's like quite the diagram on how to make puso cheese. Puso is belly button in Tagalog, but I call it puso cheese. I'm like, why do you have to show me that? And he just laughs and laughs. And I look uncomfortable and grossed out, and he laughs some more. So that's from my side of the family. Sometimes,
I
like,
catch a
if you
live
ever have a
frog.
kid for whatever reason and you can't help but wonder what part of me is in my child, what part of my husband or spouse or wife or whoever is in in our child, and you can tell, especially if you didn't even teach them how to do those things, and they do these things like, oh my god, I would so do that. Oh my gosh. Like he may like hiking and catching frogs by the river and
And
a lot of walking. That is my his dad's side of the fammy, but my side, he has the quite extensive
but
toilet
those
humor.
horses are closer to Dendon.
And he likes art, so it's quite the interesting combination. But he so while people talk crap about kids and all that stuff, I think it's really from a very narrow-minded sense from other people's stories. But the other thing you have to consider is your genetics. Like you may be introducing what ailments into your child's health in the
Maybe it's boba.
all their life or later in their adult years. You never know. But it's always good to know what kinds of stuff both sides of the family have. Mine is not so great. My husband's a little better, but they do have some other things. So just bear that in mind, and that is the risk you have when having a child. Um, finances. Finances is always one of those key reasons why people do not want to have children nowadays. I get it. I think with us, timing was what helped us with our work situation. I managed to get a lot of discounts with our work situation. But if I have a child now, I'm not going to get them discounts. They're going to be like, "Hey, guess what? You're in the hospital for a week. Pay up." And holy crap! I think at the one hospital I went to, they I think someone asked how much it would cost per night to stay at the hotel after you give birth. I think they mentioned $4,000. I think I'm not sure if that's without insurance or with, but that might be the standard without. I cannot don't let me be the one to confirm that, but my god. I understand why people don't want to have kids. It's too expensive where we're at. I'm pretty sure if you have them in another country, it might be cheaper. But for now here, and then some women would show their ridiculous hospital bills.
And my
And
dad, when he's a kid, also caused a lot of trouble when he was a kid.
oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'll talk about those stories. I have to ask permission from the husband slash editor. Don't mention them now, please. And so they're
Anyways,
quite crazy. And so I'm so glad my son does not have those traits of my husband being the ragamuffin troublemaker that he was. Oh my gosh.
when he was a kid
Yes, when he was a kid. Thank God he tapered
in
down.
the 1980s.
He tapered down as he got older, but you never know if such a habit will form in your child. And I'm so glad
Watermelon
my
taco.
kid actually uses his head. It's like, oh, thank God you're not like that, please.
Watermelon taco.
He doesn't feel the need to do that. You have a watermelon taco. I wonder what's that like.
Maybe
That actually sounds quite refreshing.
maybe even make the watermelons taco. You add strawberries, melon slices, watermelon slices
In the taco?
in this watermelon taco.
That sounds pretty good, actually. But not in this weather. This weather's still butt cold. I hate it. It's like, can it be warmer, please?
Maybe
Answer is
the
no.
China weather is too hot.
I like the China weather.
No, it's burns. Boom, 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 boom,
No,
boom,
Hawaii
boom,
was
boom, boom,
worse. We
boom,
actually
boom,
got
boom, boom,
roasted over there. It was really bad. Like, oh, did I mention in Hawaii I had really bad sunburn? Not last year, but the year before that. I I seriously looked like bacon, and it was really painful. They make jokes about it on TV, but when you actually have it, holy crap! It it's like your skin is on fire, and when you lie down, you can't move, and every centimeter, millimeter, milliliter, whatever, any form of measurement you move on the bed, it's like pins, needles dipped in hot lava and fire and broken glass. And it's like, remembering it now, it's awful. I don't miss having a sunburn, but funny enough, we did get some sunburn in China, but I think due to the smog, it's not as penetrative as the sun in Hawaii. And there were days in Hawaii where it was not hot, but the sun was blazing on our skin, and you're seriously roasting. You may not notice it at the time, but when you get back to the hotel after some time, like, oh my god, why is everything burning? That's how bad it is. But I still like Hawaii. I still like all the color. Oh my god, they have really cute buses too. I just remembered they have really colorful buses,
And today we're
like
going
this
out to.
ocean blue motif on one bus or a trolley, and then another one was pink. I saw a pineapple themed bus. I was like, that's hella cute. What the? Why don't we have that stuff? You know what color buses we have where I'm at? Gray, red, and black. What kind of shit is that? What is that? I don't. Who came up? I know Golden Gate Bridge is red, but you know you. Ugh. It's so. I don't know. I'm like,
All the Japan boat trains are fast,
yes, they are.
including the China boat trains.
They are. Oh yeah, yeah. They're fast.
All the boat trains in every country are fast.
Yeah. Why we don't have one is a total scam. We should have a freaking bullet train here.
But it has
But I'm
trains
pretty
that
sure the
cost like
automobile
$2.
industry would not like that very much because that would take out money out of their pockets, out of their wallets. So there's that one aspect. I think we were also brainwashed to believe that cars are the top-notch means of transportation. But when you go to other countries that don't have cars as the main source of commuting, it's like, wow, that's really good. And then you wonder, how come everyone here is so much thinner and more fit? Because they walk a lot or they ride their bikes.
And they start showing villagers in Minecraft.
Okay, yeah. And they do that too. But yeah.
And they started stealing the things in Minecraft, like diamonds and gold.
Oh, okay. Good
They
to know.
started chasing me in survival mode all the way back to the city.
Oh, I see.
And then I hide by a building.
You're hiding by the building and do what?
Then I went inside in the Minecraft. But however, he found me as he broke the door inside.
Ah, this kid talks a lot more than I do,
Yeah.
funny enough.
Then I ran all the way up to the roof.
Uh-huh, yeah.
As the villager tries to catch me on the top of the tower.
What are you doing on the tower?
I'm just trying to go
Nefarious
down
things.
using a ladder to go down the skyscraper.
Uh-huh.
Then I went on a ladder to the plane,
No.
but it was full of villagers.
Okay, see. Thank you for sharing. We'll let Mama talk a bit, then we can talk about your Minecraft adventures. Because I don't really play Minecraft. And oh right, the merch that from Black Myth Wukong, the game science company, they sent another one from again, I think in Shanghai, and they were not as much, but they also included more women things like the T-shirt. Spoiler alert: it didn't fit me, even though it said extra large. I'm not built like an East Asian, unfortunately, but it if I wear like a baggy sweater over it, that's like a zip up one. I think I could pull it off. There was
I'm so
also a T-shirt
surprised.
for my husband. I like that one. That one's cooler. It's like that Bull King, but he has like an arrow in his chest. I was like, what? Why can't he be like in his top shelf? Why is he like sick? Like he's on dialysis. Like, come on, man. Like, okay. I'm not making fun of dialysis, but he just looks not very healthy. I was like, why not him in his top shape? But oh well. Um, what else? He had also, oh, I think that was the only print of the Bull King. And then I think most of the theme for the girls merchandise was the fourth sister. And I was like, she wasn't on there that much, but she did help out the Monkey King. But I just think that her presence was not very noticeable. But I think there's a cult fan service, I mean fan club for the fourth sister, because they have some interesting fan art for her. I'm like, what the hell? But okay, whatever. I'm not really, I don't consider myself a gamer, so I do know these male oriented tropes that they have with their female characters. So I just, let's not touch, let's not bash, this is their world. I just don't harm others and yourself, and you should be fine. Anyway, I was like, is there any update about the game? Because I'm like on pins and needles. Wait, where is the update? Where is
The
the
update.
DLC for that? Still nothing in the mail. I didn't hear
Create.
anything. But at the same time, I would like to continue the game more. I'm not sure if those screen caps of the dragon undersea world, whatever, is the
Go
most
to
correct.
the
But
Dragon Ball Z. Hoi hoi hoi.
oi, 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 oi. I'm not sure if that was. It looks really cool from what I saw. Like the Dragon Lord or the Dragon King, whatever, was like
And then
all
remember that I
tied
climbed
down
the
with
entire
chains.
mountain.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Let me finish talking because I gotta wrap things up. It's already 48 minutes, Mister Sir.
Look at this.
You have a picture of Pooh.
That's Winnie the Pooh.
Let me finish talking, please, and you can talk to your heart's
The
content.
Pooh
Thank
Bear.
you for sharing your inputs. I appreciate it, but let's take it to HR later. And by HR, I mean the bathroom. So, all right. So, what did I talk about? I kind of ranted a bit about the Insta gods depriving everyone's privileges of the live streams. I tried to do as much as I could, but I couldn't yesterday. I wasn't feeling well, and I had to take care of things. And when I had
Manny.
time, I found out this morning. Oh, guess what? Your privileges are gone. Too bad. And now I'm here for the sake of pettiness and overdue testing of using my live stream with my cell phone. It looks pretty nice. I'm sorry. I'm like all the way off camera. I'm so stupid. But at the same time, though, I don't know how it'll turn out in the end results. I will find out and see whether or not I can keep doing it like this. If you guys like it, let me know. I don't mind critiques, just don't be too mean to me. I'm sensitive. Okay, not really, but I don't mind constructive criticism. But I feel like people cannot determine what is constructive versus what's just downright mean and rude because internet, that's just how they are. But like, come on, be nice. I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me. All right. I mean, civil. That's a nice frog, very
It's
cute.
in the
I don't think that'll fit in that
washable,
bottle in Feng Cheng, but
but it's a bigger one.
it's huge. Is it like the frogs at the grocery store?
Yeah, look like the frogs at the Manila Oriental.
Oh yeah.
These are cute frogs. They like me.
I'm pretty sure they're just existing in
And
their
the
tub.
frogs like to play with me.
Okay. I don't know. Not with that the way you played.
And I found videos
Oh
that
gosh, this looks.
they're
I'll just
drinking
cover it
frog
now.
eggs.
Oh, okay.
Do not drink frog eggs.
Yeah, don't do. If they're cooked, it's fine.
But once they're
How
cooking
do I
them,
know that? Because
but
I
they
did. I did
very
eat some.
very dangerous chemicals from the frogs.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
The
some frogs have poison. I think the poison
frogs
dart
give
frog has,
poison chemicals
and
to the
certain
frog
toads, I
eggs.
think, have poison in them.
Then if you eat them, you can be severely sick
Oh yeah, if you're not treated on time, you can also pass away. That's
and
not a
die.
fun time. Not a fun time.
And they will put a gravestone over
Okay,
you.
yes, yes, yes. Thank you for sharing. Let me finish, please. We need to get ready soon. It's already
Look,
12:30.
it's broken wrapper.
Throw it away. I already told you to throw the trash.
Whoa, it's blown away.
He has a habit of upstaging my conversations, so that's why I rather have him in the other room doing his own thing. But because I promised him we're gonna go out today, and he's here, he's gonna be like, guess what? Look what I can do. Total Stewart, total kid banter. And I'm not mad at that. Just sometimes if I'm trying to say something, he's gonna say something too. But I'm not mad. I accepted my fate to be upstaged by a little kid. I don't blame him. He's smart. Okay, so besides ranting about the Instagram live stream privileges snatched away from my head, what else? I came here to do an overdue test. It looks pretty nice so far, but I'm not used to this angle right now. I'm used to my crappy one angle from my webcam instruments rather than the phone, but I think it's a lot more, what's the word? Like you can maneuver it around a lot more, which is great. And I don't have much going on. I did finally get around to this little chicken nugget, but at the same time, oh, that is cute. I like it. He's so chubby. And a brief intermission before I go with a butt. I may do more butt rocks later. It's not originally all butt, but I will butt. I will do like these series where it's like something here, and guess what? You get a free butt. It's the stopper for my camera holder here. I'll just cram in a little bit more. Oh wait, a little bit more painting here and there, and wrap things up. I also kind of don't want to go out. I'm getting better, but like when you're almost better, you think you're better enough to go out, and then you go out, you come back, and you relapse. I've had that before. That's why I'm a little bit hesitant about going out right now.
Look at this
But I made a
high-speed planet.
promise. I'm like, okay, and I'll try not to bring too many heavy things this time. But sugar is heavy.
Look at this high-speed planet. Round and down. Round this high-speed planet spinning Earth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That'll make everything fly off the entire thing.
You want to fly off the planet?
But if it's high-speed turns.
I don't want to fly off the planet. Where's my stuff?
And if the whole Earth is like this, it can be high-speed so fast.
I bet. I thought it was already fast.
But if it's like this?
What?
What if the Earth is like this?
I will probably puke forever. Oh, I do have a finished card. He can have a preview. I saw this picture on my, what is it? What the heck? One of my references on my phone. No. It was on my PC and I took a picture on my phone, then I copied it. Just for the sake, I like the lighting, I like colors, and so I was trying to test how it's turned out. He looks a little skinny around the neck area. I think I shaved off some weight by accident. But other than that, it's pretty decent. I do, wait. Oh, it's one of my playing cards, so then I also have Gintoki from Gintama, and yeah, he's turning out swimmingly. We all have this urge. Let's admit it. You got something itchy in there. You don't use your pitchfork. If you do, be careful. Approach with
But the
caution.
continents are blurry once
Yeah.
it's fast.
I also have something for my friend, my really cool friend, Art of Nick Rivers. But I didn't. I was stupid. I should have done the line art first. Oh, no, I did the line art, but the paint was too thick, and so now I can't see the lines and I can't remember. So I might either redo this all over again or continue from here and try to commit as much as I can because I'm starting to forget the lines. And they're very uniform and very clean and precise. That is my weak points in art. I can't do clean art. But I think he drew this digitally, whereas I'm going
I like the cute
totally
ones.
traditional. I don't use rulers, and it might be kind of wonky, but I'll do my best either way. But I might either do a new card or just power on with this one. We have the Wario still waiting to be dried. I gotta figure out what browns these
But
are.
it's
I freaking
wooden.
forgot. Oh, sorry. Sorry, sorry. Don't be dizzy. Hans Moleman. I'm gonna change this a little bit. I'll try to have like mostly orange because I realize I don't have a lot of orange in my card deck. So that'll be something to remember, hopefully, if I do remember. And now I'm just trying to tweak things here. I don't want the colors to be totally uniform. I'm trying to make it look like a little painting. I think that's freakishly cute. Um, and the original reference for this, funny enough, it was a lot more simplified. And I wanted to tweak it to my own, like what I like. So I made him a little more chubby. He's still naked. Who wants to eat donuts naked? Clearly, this guy. It looks fun. Don't get ideas. Anyway, I tweaked it a little bit so it's a lot more cute and chubby. And then I added extra donuts here and there, and I thought this turned out pretty well. It does seem to resemble a like Lulu the piggy, but at the same time, I'm still a diehard Zashi Kibuta fan, so here we are. But I doesn't mean I can't take some inspiration from Lulu the Piggy merch because my God, they're crazy adding so much merch of Lulu the Piggy, and I hope people don't catch on to that character like Labubu. I don't think they'll be as popular as Labubu, but just yeah, just keep looking at Labubu. That's fine. That's why while I think it's weird the Labubu craze, at the same time, it's a diversion to step away from the Lulu the Piggy items. Therefore, me, I can't say for me only and other Lulu the Piggy fans, but yeah, just do the Labubu thing. Yeah, keep going there. Keep going there. Don't touch my Lulu the Piggy stuff. But of course, I jest. I'm not gonna be like hoarding all of. They're expensive. Okay, don't get me wrong, but the quality is quite decent. So I do understand. Okay, the money. I understand. Same time though, my wallet will cry if I do too much Lulu's purchases. I cannot. Anyway, oh,
What
this
if
is
the
pretty.
earth is like this?
We're gonna be in big trouble. Also, thank you so much for dropping by, even if it's not a lot. Um, I sometimes watch other live streamers, and they get mad when they only have like 100 people. Like, come on, guys, let's get in there and watch. Like, I'm just glad
Oh, Philippines
even
is
five
this.
right now. I'm happy with five right now. That's the most I had. And if you think that's pathetic, no, it's not because you're here. I'm happy. We're happy. I assume so. Let's be happy and not suffer too hard. Let me just get some purple and Mr. Sir, let's not be too noisy with that globe spinning, please.
It's so fast.
I know, but you liked to upstage Mama. I noticed. I said I was gonna be here longer, but I thought this painting was cute. Dang, paintings taking up my time. I'll just rewrite the donuts later. That's fine. As long as I know how to write it, that's all that matters.
What if the earth is like this?
We in trouble.
And it caused some stairway. Why the earth is wobbling like this?
We did something to the environment to cause that. That is possible, but I don't want to know right now because there's too much crap going on to figure that out right now. I'm not that smart. I know. I know. I hate admitting it, but I know.
What if Mars is near our planet?
I think it might affect
So it there will
things
be no
somehow.
more nighttime. So the days would be very, very long.
No nighttime. I think that depends where you live.
Maybe when Mars would get rid of the moonlight at night, so it will swap it to into into a red colored sky
Oh, okay.
like sunlight.
All right. So I said I was not, but now there's six people, and I would feel
Maybe
bad.
Saturn is safe.
Okay. So did. I also painted Daria, but it's not the best. I want to do my own version of Daria
It
again.
looks like you from June 30.
Hey, you, be nice. Be nice to Mama. I don't say mean things about you. Well, it's not mean. She does kind of look like me, unfortunately. But I'm not that smart. No, I'm not. And I do positive and have extra gas, so I don't think I'm
So
like
I'll
Daria
put
at all.
track on you.
What are you putting on me?
This
What is this?
train track.
Don't put train tracks on me.
It's just a toy.
Hey, what did I say? I told you not to be too noisy. Yeah, I'm trying to cover up as much of my works in progress as I can. But when there's a drying process with paint, I go to other cards. Therefore, I have at least, I'm pretty sure, 30 projects that I have to finish. Oh my god, I still remember them, and I even have like requests to do. Hey, you, are you using bad words today? You better not. You can enjoy staying home if you're using potty mouth, okay? I know I say that and I use potty words, but I'm trying to lessen it down. Actually, I used to say a lot more when I was younger. So as I got older, I realized I sound quite trashy when I do that. So I try to taper down, but it's not easy, especially with nowadays being a freaking train wreck left and right. And it is more fun to curse. At the same time, when it's like f this b that in your entire sentence, sizz, it don't sound good. It don't sound so great. So I try to stop doing that as much. But of course, you're gonna have flub ups. You're gonna slip in an S word, an A word, a whatever word, and
Q stands for one
back to
quadrillion.
starting over. There could be the swear jar, but I don't have that kind of money. Oh, this looks a lot better now. But I also wanted to do a dark thing. Ugh, where is that brown paint? The wash. That might be the one for. Oh, I forgot. I don't know if you can do like a chat. So if you like, I know in YouTube you have like a live chat on the side, but I didn't realize. I wonder if I can do that on my on here too. I have no idea. Let me know somehow in I'm not sure on YouTube, but like in my maybe in my past videos, you can mention whether or not I can do live chat on my phone. I'll also research it. I'm not gonna like, hey guys, do my homework for me. No, I'll also check online about that as well. But if you do have the time and want to help me out a little bit in terms of I didn't call you a ho. I'm sorry. Oh, I got the letter switch. Happy Friday. Um, if you want to figure out like, oh, can you do the live chat with a phone live stream on YouTube? I'll check it out as well. So I'm not leaving you to do my freaking homework, but if you have the extra time, that'd be great. Of course, I will check myself and I'll see if there is that option or if I can or is it already in the phone. I don't know. I'm dinosaur. I know. I know. I know. Okay, I'm just trying to fill up these patchy white areas. I don't like them. I just realized that while I was painting the pig. I also notice sometimes for art reels or videos, they always show the artist. And I don't mind that too much, but I think they're too extreme. Like you're either showing too much of yourself or you're not showing enough. I don't mind the whole. Sir, please, come on. Or we'll just go to Target and go home. Would you like that? Okay, I told you. He likes to be Mr. Hammy Hams. See, and I lost my train of thought. I hate when this is the problem I have. I'm like, okay, I got disrupted. I have to say something, go back to the original subject. What the heck was that? Dang it, I forgot. See. Hello, old age. I don't miss you, but here we are. Mm. Yeah, I try to do several projects at the same time because a lot of drawing processes are around and I don't like waiting too long, so I get another project like, oh, or I just see something, oh, I gotta try that. I didn't do that before. So that's one major perk about this card project I have. You can do so many things with it. It's just white cards and you can do whatever the heck. You can do like a massive picture, like you tape it all together and make one big picture. You can totally do that. But for me, I'm like, someone else will do it. There will always be someone else doing better things than me, so I assume they will do it. When no one else does, I'm like, fine, I'll do it. Okay, boo. But I have to find some sort of art that I need to do that's worth that kind of effort. But for the most part, with this sort of card project, it has improved my art significantly. It forced me to work faster. It gave me more ideas on things I was so overdue on wanting to work on but never got around to doing it. Like some of the old projects that I have, I was they were on hold. They were on backup for like maybe 5, 10 years, and I finally did some of them. And then there are just some that I never thought I would start painting, like the Monkey Man from Black Myth Wukong, or Vegeta. Um, what's her face's Venom. I never thought I would paint Venom. He was always intimidating, but I think after the movie, he was kind of funny. That's why I sort of got into him. I didn't really read the comic book, unfortunately, and also Sam Keith worked on Venom, but his is a lot more cartoony, but also very menacing and scary. So I might take a stab at that, but kind of tweak certain things here and there. And then I still have that Venom Zashiki Buddha thing. I want to do that one. I think is freaking funny. That one of the again that my cool friend Art of Nick Rivers, he did one commission for me of that, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. But I also want to do my take on that. I already did that with the card art, and it was so cute and menacing, and it was a lot of fun. So I want to do another one, like a legit painting for my own as well. And I just have so much fun doing arts. I really like doing that. And I feel like if I did this as a career, I might not like it as much. I think. Sorry, I'm looking at my paintings instead of doing this. Sorry. Okay. If Oh my goodness gracious, why are you watching puke sound effects? Not you guys, my kid. So yeah, let me know another either on Instagram or in one of my recent video comments, recent videos with comments. I'm not sure if I have it on here. Let me know, or if I don't, or if there's a way for me to see the comments in this through my cell phone when I'm live. Feel free to let me know. If I'm not pressuring you, that's also my homework. All right, I'll do my homework. I swear. Um, but I do enjoy a lot of this art stuff for the sake of it. I also want to encourage others to do art. You don't have to be like me. Don't. You don't want to be like this, but just drawing something. It can be something super simple or things you like, but kind of simplify it more. Um, Advice: just keep drawing. Like even, but also don't force yourself. Just do it when you're in the mood. You have time. You have your materials, if possible. It's not that hard. You can get these cards on Amazon for like 7, 8 bucks, give or take. Maybe even cheaper if you're lucky. If you did, let me know. I want to get discount. Um, but again, it's a lot of cards. I don't think it's for everyone, but hey, man, if you have the time, you can just do like a card a day, or um, at your own pace, which is why I have been doing this for a while and I enjoy it more than I thought I would. But I was thinking I did a realistic Daria as a drawing with markers, but now that I think about it, I would like this a lot more if this was as a painting. I thought that would be a really good idea. But the original reference I had, it might be a little dated, so I might have to tweak things around so it looks a little bit more like Daria. But I don't know how to work with her hair. Her hair looks like a big chocolate ball. So I have to brainstorm a bit. I actually like drawing Jane more. She is a lot more expressive. She is a lot more dark and moody. And that one that I did of her was really fun to do. I think I posted it on my Instagram and it's kind of buried down. But if you have the time, feel free to check out the Delion on Instagram. And then, what else? Oh, there's a tiny spot. Then I'll stop. I swear, I'll stop. I'll try to stop. It's already over an hour and 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm just also delaying the inevitable of going to the indoor playground. Kids get sick there, and they don't. And the parents don't stop them. They just smear their germs everywhere. That's also why I'm not really big on indoor playgrounds. They just like the employees sanitize what they can, but they can't stop the kids being sick and just going in there. I had a few instances where my kid went to the indoor playground and then a few days later he's sick. Like, dang it. So, yeah. Expect that when you have kids. They'll get sick whether you like it or not, especially if they were sheltered. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so yeah, arts rhymes with fart, ends with cart. No, it doesn't. I seriously enjoy it. It's seriously a nice reprieve from everyday life, and I'm so glad that I don't have to put a screen in front of my face all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, I do that. And I'm not like, oh, I'm better than you because I do art and not look at the screen. I say that while I'm on the screen. That's kind of stupid, but I just like that I can peel my eyeballs away from the screen and do this. At the same time, though, if I don't have internet, where is this art gonna go? I don't have a gallery. I don't do that shit. I don't do the swap meets. I don't do the conventions. It is a lot of work. I know. But at the same time, and I also am not very healthy enough to do that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm just doing within my capability, and I kind of like it like that for now, unless I figure something out later down the line. But right now, there's not really any legit plans of me doing anything any further. At most, I guess commissions, but it's not a lot, and I try not to tell people because I know there are people who try to take advantage of people, other artists. Like, that's not a real job. Where's your real job? They give that snarky, stupid remark to people who try their best to do what they love, and they get some schmuck saying weird, ratchet things like that. Like, come on. There are people like that. Like, hey, man, go to retail. You'll hear people just like that being all snooty and have like this snooty elitist attitude, and you can't do anything like throw a chair at them because you'll get fired. And so, yeah, people look down on artists and like, I can do that. I don't even have to do, like, I have AI. I can just do AI. I'm like, oh my god, just go over there while I try not to throw frozen bags of chicken nuggets at your face for saying such ratchet nonsense. All right. Anyway, I think of a lot of violent things and then I keep it in my head and move on. So please don't try to do things that are crazy in your head, and like, let's utilize that in real life. Let's not do that unless you like wearing the color yellow or orange or whatever prison colors you have in your country. Oh god. Ugh. I don't condone violence, but my god, some people kind of deserve it. Especially when you look online and see how people act over, like, dude, you can just totally walk away and not cause a hissy fit for 20 minutes to an hour. Planes have stopped and made emergency landings because of such people. Have you ever seen that stuff? I understand to some degree if people had boo boo and they're like, oh my god, and it stinks and people are puking. That I give a pass. But people just acting like fat 5 year olds, like having a really humongous tantrum. Okay. When duct tape is involved in keeping you calm, there's something not going on in there's something not right in your life. Okay. You cannot be using duct tape to calm you down. That's not nice. I don't know why I have all these weird ratchet ass stories sometimes. I actually have a lot more, but they're kind of sad and messed up. I don't know if you want to hear about those. That's why I always put not for kids as the option for these videos. But I try not to talk bad about other things as much as I can. I mean, especially if I know some of these people, but I do have stories. Maybe one on one, I don't mind as much. But at the same time, like on this scale, especially when people use your words against you sometimes, it is kind of scary when you think that hard. That's why I just decide, you know what? I know stories, but I won't tell you. So, hey, six. I had six. That was pretty good. That's the highest I ever had. That's. It sounds sad, but no, not when it's progress. Don't bog down on progress when you had zero and then one and then they dip on out. Six is pretty good for me, so there's some improvement. Yay. Okay, let me add red and then I'll shut up. Hey, I told you to lower that. How come you don't listen? I told you if you're not gonna lower it, you go in the other room, okay? I just don't want that stuff, and then the YouTube gods get mad at me, and then I have to like fix things. And I don't want to deal with it. I'll find out later. Let's see. Daria, right? I used to be called Daria a lot. Not so much that, but whenever I would pass by, they would go nah 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 nah. Like when I walk by, I'm just minding my own damn business, and they would just say that intro song of Daria, and I hated it. It was hell annoying. But then when I listen to the song, it's kind of annoying too. It's like yeah yeah yeah, like oh my god, man. And then you had these clowns trying to make fun of me, trying to get some reaction out of me by saying that stuff. And then ultimately, I just figured, do what you want. I don't care. And then that was hard to not to show to look like you don't care, and you kind of do, and then you don't, but you still kind of do. But ultimately, that kind of worked because they were like, ha ha, la 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 la. I'm like, okay, bye. And they're like, what? She did not elicit, we did not elicit a response from her who looks like the Daria? Yeah, yeah. What would you like, sir or ma'am? And they're like, I don't know. I'm only 13. I don't know what I want with my life. Why am I here? I don't think they had an existential crisis when I didn't I didn't fold, but I don't know. I like my god. Ew, this red is not doing it for me. I got to do orange. Okay, here we are again. I will leave, I swear. Just I hate one of my issues I have with painting. Sometimes if I find a problem and I can fix it, I will try to fix it, and then there is like a 80% chance I'm going to make it worse, cuz that's what I do and that's what I do. And it looks kind of ugly. Okay. Oh well. But. Does anyone remember cooties, rollouts? I think that was more in my oldest brother's generation. He's in his 50s. And I would be terrified of cooties. Hey, this is second warning already. Do it again, just go in the other room, okay? I already told you're messing around with that. Don't break that. Why do you have these things and you're just going to destroy them? Be careful. Okay. Yeah, my oldest brother, he would I don't know where cooties came from, but basically it got kind of elaborate when I was in school with cooties. They say, "Oh, you need a cootie shot." And then you just get pinched on your arm and it really hurts. And then okay, you're protected. You have like a cootie protection. And I was like, "How long will this last?" Like I never really had an answer, but you still get cooties after a while, I guess. After maybe 7 to 8 business days, then you get another cooties booster shot. I don't know, but it was that elaborate where you have to get a cootie shot to protect yourself from people giving you cooties. What are cooties? Basically germs. And I don't know, there were some kids that like, ooh, you can tell they had legit cooties, not kid cooties. Like, you need to wash your hands. Ew. And and then I think one of the stupid chants I remember was cooties, rollouts, and then you have to do this in order to protect yourself from the cooties. I don't see anyone doing that. I'm not. And now it feels like it's a fever dream, like I'm just making shit up. But no, that's what we did as kids, especially around my brother. And I was like, what? And then he would try. I remember my oldest brother, like, I have cooties, and he tries to reach over, and I'm trying to do this. It's not working. This shit don't work. This don't work. I was like, it's not working. And he just starts laughing at me. I don't hear that anymore. I don't hear creative things like rhymes and chants anymore. Excuse me. And then another thing I noticed, I don't hear people doing clapping games like slide. I forgot some other ones. I freaking forgot. Like we used to do clapping games all the time. I don't see that anymore. That's so sad. It's quite challenging, especially slide. You keep going up the number 3, 4, 5, 6, 29, 353, 792. Like, okay, maybe that's not that. That's too extensive. But yeah, I remember those clapping games. They were a lot of fun. Also, jump rope. Jump rope was a thing, but we only did the singular rope because we were not that good as the very expert of experts of double dutch. We would try double dutch and then we'd trip and fall on our faces, so we just stuck to single rope. And I remember one of the PE things that we did was almost like half the class is jumping on one rope, and if some straggler misses it and we all trip, they get out, and then you just go until the last person is the winner. I was like, oh my gosh. Also, kickball. I remember kickball. Kickback. I like kickback more.
What was your
Tag.
dad like?
Freeze tag was kind of meh. Um, I'm trying to remember what games I used to play.
And
There
the
was
game.
soccer, but it was kind of dumb, especially when there were girls with press on nails in seventh grade trying to be, I'm playing, and my nail, you know. They're like 12 with press on nails. Oh my gosh.
I know I played my Roblox Minecraft and Teardown
Oh, thank you.
as a tree lamb.
Okay, I think I need to stop because I will never stop. You can see what I did. I meant to stop here, then I went back on here, and then I started talking a whole bunch of things. But now it's like probably almost one now. But I'm like, I kind of like I mentioned. I actually don't want to go out. I'm not ready, but I made a promise and I need to commit, even if it's kind of late.
We have to go to some funeral. You forgot?
Anyway, yes, we're going to another county, and I delayed. Also, before I go, I will also paint on this chubby little butt nugget here. I got it from Daiso.
How?
Use paint. What else? But I don't know what colors yet. I have some birds, colorful birds, and I will just do that. And or I could just make whatever random bird colors, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really big on birds, but I know that they can look really pretty with their feathers. All right. Oh my gosh. Wrong. I'm putting things away now. What did I talk about? Instagram depriving me of the live stream privileges,
My feet is touching the
rants
floor.
about life and internet. What else is new? My card progress is fun. If you want to try it, by all means, go ahead, but you don't have to be this elaborate. You can totally just do simple things just to get your feet wet. You can try different mediums if you like. Oh no, it is 1 o'clock. One of my YouTubers that I watch, they they had a notification. It's like it's usually at 1 o'clock. I was like, oh crap. Okay, I need to get on out. But yeah, I did some progress. It's not a lot, and I also want to do some other projects as well, which I mentioned on fabric because I've yet to dabble on fabric. I did though with fabric paint, the really sticky crap. I don't like that. But there's another kind of paint I bought that is also fabric paint. You can use a paintbrush. We'll see how that turns out later. But I need paint tape and sugar, and I'm not going to use the sugar for the project. Anyway, thank you for having me. Thank you so much. People who actually stuck around, I seriously appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. If you want like a complimentary drawing, a small one, okay, not like super elaborate masterpieces on a freaking billboard. Don't ask too much. Let me know somehow, one way or another, if you're around. Let's see. How do I? Okay, so I will end this here. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, great Friday or what's left of it, and I'll see you again. Probably, preferably Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or whenever I feel like it. So take care. This is Delion. Bye bye.